UFC finally back with a good pay-per-view card, and we got UFC 326, Holloway Oliveira. The BMF belt is on the line, and we're going to run through this card top to bottom, breaking down every fight, giving our expertise opinion, some prop picks, some money lines, and some parlays. And boys, I feel real good about this card. Been breaking it down for weeks, kind of went over the Mexico City card, didn't really love anything there, but we love a lot of things here. Let's get to it. The first fight of the night, we get undefeated Luke Fernandez coming up against Rodolfo Bellato, and we have been fading Rodolfo Bellato with mixed results for his entire UFC career. And now it's the cool thing to do to fade him, and that doesn't mean we're going to stop. Luke Fernandez, kind of a brute, power shooting. He's a really good wrestler. He's got good cardio. We've seen him go long on the regional scene, but he's a bit of a powerful brute with striking, and I think that's all you need for Rodolfo Bellato. Bellato's chin is not great, and he kind of just survives and wins on being able to outlast his opponents. He's had some pretty questionable matchmaking, and Luke Fernandez at minus 230 might jump off the page. Debutant, hasn't really fought anyone. Minus 230 seems like a lot, and I get it. But at this point, Bellato's chin, his willingness to stay in the fight once hurt. I mean, we saw the Paul Craig fight, right? Luke Fernandez is going to come in and knock Rodolfo Bellato out in the very first round. KO is minus 230, or a money line, excuse me, minus 230. KO is minus 115. Round 1 KO is plus 300. I think he comes in, UFC debut, firing on all cylinders, and knocks Rodolfo Bellato out with ease. Rodolfo's been getting chinned a lot lately, gets dropped and survives kind of, but I think at a certain point, certain amount of damage, you stop being able to come back, and I think that happens this weekend. Luke Fernandez comes in, drops Rodolfo in the first round, and pours it on to finish him, and Rodolfo goes on a sad losing streak because his chin is not great, his striking's not great, and when you win fights off of your ability to survive and the survivability goes away, it gets sad. Give me Luke Fernandez, round 1 or 2 KO. Moving on, we get Jung Young Lee going up against the Timu Wish version of Ilya Taporia. People say he looks like him. I can kind of see he's got the short hair, the tattoos, and the beard, but other than that, that's about it. Kind of a big price on Jung Young Lee, minus 340 for a guy that's had middling results in the UFC, but I like him here, and I kind of like him by submission. Gaston Bolanos is really poor wrestling, submission defense. His cardio's not great. He gets hurt on the feet. I mean, you can see his record's 8-5. That is salty. Jung Young Lee, not the best, so it's kind of a little bit concerning to have someone whose skill doesn't meet the minus 340 criteria, but the matchup is really in his favor, and I think he can get a submission here. I'm kind of feeling club and sub. He's big, he's powerful, he's got good boxing, and he's been known to wrap up a neck, and Gaston Bolanos has been known to give up a neck, especially when hurt. And I think it is going to be a relatively good fight from like an entertainment perspective. I think they're going to come in and throw down striking, but one, Gaston's chin cannot hold up, his cardio cannot hold up, and we know his grappling is not great. So give me Jung Young Lee, club and sub, let's say second round. Let's say he hurts him in the first. The first is a little scrappy, gets him down in the second, and chokes him out. Big price tag. Jung Young Lee, inside the distance is even money, but if you go to submission, you get plus 450. That's a pretty good number. And I think in this matchup, it's really maybe the most likely outcome. But Lee inside the distance against Bolanos, who is older, not so durable, and I think probably his last fight in the UFC. We're starting the card with 2 finishes. I like that. Rafael Tobias here, going up against Dr. Nurzangoyev. And I think we've kind of established that DR is not good. If you're coming in and getting submitted back-to-back fights, he does this weird touch his throat thing. It's like the Diego Lopez. He has this tick. When he gets submitted by, what is that guy's name? Brenson Ribeiro. Man, that was a rough look. He was a big favorite. kind of came in and got beat up standing and then taken down in Kimura, I believe. That is a rough look against a guy in Rafa Tobias who is a solid grappler. He fought a can on Contender Series, but he looked real good, came in, and I think just with the debut aggression and ability to grapple is enough here. Dayar, man, maybe he's going to come in and prove everyone wrong and have a complete 180, but it was a rough couple fights, and he hasn't really shown us anything other than as soon as you get him down, you submit him. His cardio's not great. Tobias's cardio is probably not great either, but I don't think it's going to come into play here for him. I think he's going to kind of do what he wants, probably get the fight down and look for a sub, and he probably gets it. Dayar going to go 0-3 and move on to some regional promotion after this. I'll take Rafael Tobias by submission. His money line is -190 and submission is +175, so you can kind of... +175 for sub isn't amazing. Maybe you go submission in the first or second round at +250, round 1, 450, round 2, 700. Maybe round 2 sub at 700 is good, but ultimately it's chalky. I think it hits, though. Tobias by sub. Lock it in. We're starting the card with 3 finishes. Fernandez KO, Jung Lee inside the distance, and then Tobias submission. Sumaderji going up against Jesus Aguilar, and man, I think it's kind of just going to be a kickboxing match at range for Sumaderji. Like, Jesus Aguilar has tiny arms. He kind of wins fights off of memeing guillotines. I just think that it's not a fun price on Sumaderji, but I think he kind of cruises to a decision, keeps his range. I think this is a fight where we're not going to get a finish. Maybe if we get a finish, it's because Jesus gets a meme club and sub, but I think the size discrepancy is going to be too much for Sumaderji, and at this point, Jesus Aguilar hasn't really shown us an ability to get the fight to the ground at a high level, strike at a high level, and Su is just going to be a way more physically attributed, gifted fighter and stays at range and probably wins a 29-28 decision. Don't feel great about that one, though. -240, don't love it, but that doesn't mean I'm going to take Jesus Aguilar. Over 2.5 is -185. That feels pretty good. 2.5, I think this one goes to a decision pretty comfortably. We have 2 little guys. Neither of them are great finishers on the feet. Both are relatively durable. Over seems good. We have an absolute scrap. We have Cody Durden against Naimirjal Tumendemberol. I think we nailed that. Cody is +135. Tumendemberol is -155. And man, it has been rough sledding for Cody Durden recently. He has fought the who's who of the flyweight division and kind of has the same story every fight. He comes out hot. He shows a lot of early success and then kind of falls apart in the second and third round. Tumendemberol, we've seen on the regionals, he got grappled on the road to UFC. His debut against Carlos Hernandez, he got grappled, but he showed some glimpses. He's a low volume kind of moment winner. He doesn't win on volume, and if he's going to win, it's going to be by finish. But I think you can make a pretty good argument here for Cody at +135. He's fighting down in competition finally. He finally doesn't have a short notice camp. He gets a full camp, and he's gonna have a massive grappling advantage. I think he can rinse and repeat, get takedowns, and hold top control. And if you're just holding top control, you're not blown through your gas tank like you are if you're going against these higher level guys that are getting up and forcing you to get multiple takedowns. I think Cody can slow it down. I think he realizes that this is his last fight in the UFC if he loses, because if he loses, it's likely a finish against a guy that's ultimately not that good. I'm talking myself into a dog play here on Cody. +135 seems good. Sub at +400, +450 seems okay. But I mean, if you're looking at Tumendemberol, you can take submission 2-3 at 12-1 and 20-1. Like, that just seems good. Like, we know Cody's going to win the first round. We know Cody's going to have early success. And if he loses, it's likely to be second and third round finish. Probably a club and sub. But for me, you give me a guy fighting the worst guy he's fought in a long time versus a guy fighting the best guy he's fought in a long time. I get it. Cody has shown a lot of glimpses of being chinny, being gas can. But he's fought really good guys, and for that, I will give him the benefit of the doubt and say he bounces back here, gets a big win, a much-needed win, and does not add the double-digit loss to his record here. Give me Cody plus 135 by decision. Ricky Turcios going up a division here against Alberto Montes. And man, I mean, if you have listened to any podcast this week, you know that Alberto Montes is a beast of a grappler. He has crazy front chokes. And Turcios going up a division, he's been grappled and subbed before. I think the writing is kind of on the wall for this prospect from Venezuela to come in and make a statement. I think he gets it done pretty early. Like, Ricky coming up a division is a little concerning. Montes is not the best grappler, or not the best striker and not the best wrestler, but his grappling is great. And I think Ricky is going to put on enough of a meme of a performance and enough wildness that he will give Alberto a chance early to get the position that he's looking for. The price for a debut guy with some skill discrepancies is not great. He's minus 200, but sub plus 275, early sub plus 650, plus 1000, plus 1,000. So you get 650 for round one, 10-1 for round two. I think it looks pretty good. I think Ricky has kind of reached his peak in the UFC, and Montes coming in, he's got that debut boost, and I think he comes out and gets a submission over Ricky Turcios probably early. I don't know if you go money line though. Like, I could see Ricky surviving and maybe making it dirty down the stretch, but I think sub for Montes looks good. And we move on to just an absolute bludgeoning. We get Dante Johnson, who is just a specimen, athletic freak, powerhouse, going up against Cody Brundage, who at this point has just kind of been a layup for most of the division. The UFC is just giving him all of the best prospects and people they want to give a push to. So I think we see Dante cover the minus 900 price tag. Like, I don't know how you cover that really, but I think he comes in and puts Cody out early. Cody has shown a willingness to fade as soon as any adversity hits his way. Like, he's been in a lot of fights where weird shit has happened. He's got the headbutt, the nut shot, the back of the head shot. He's good at pulling weird situations out, but I think at this point, that kind of the same as the Rodolfo Bellato thing. When you make a career out of outlasting people, and then as soon as that starts to go, your chin is gone, your cardio is gone, and we've seen Cody never really had that to begin with. I think Dante comes in and just absolutely nukes him in the first round. Cody goes home and probably gets cut, and we will be done with the Cody Brundage getting fed to prospects part of his UFC career. Give me Dante Johnson, round one knockout. Cody's good to get clipped and then give him his neck. I could see Dante getting a round one sub too. I think just round one finish for Dante is good. Maybe Cody runs, but this is going to be an early finish in the first 7 minutes. Under 1.5 is juiced, but for a good reason. I think Dante does whatever he wants here. Lock him in. Cody number 2. Man, it has been rough sledding for Cody number 2. Cody Garbrandt, once the champion of the division, gets knocked out twice and then just has been an absolute shell of his former self. Doesn't have the grappling, the cardio, the willingness to strike, the chin. It's just been all downhill for him. And Zhao Long, he's a road to UFC guy. His last fight was a real banger. I think just a willingness to throw and put out any kind of output is enough to beat Cody Garbrandt at this point in his career. If you land, you're always live to knock him out. If you survive any kind of a high pace, not even a high pace, any kind of medium pace fight, Cody will gas out. It's just kind of like annoying that a guy that's from road to UFC who hasn't really fought anybody is the guy that has to be favored over Cody. Like, most of the rest of the division would be a huge favorite. So I see what the UFC is trying to do. They got a big-ish name, former champ. They're trying to give him a winnable fight, but man, do I want to fade Cody really bad? And at this point, the price of minus 155 at Long Zhao seems okay. His money line is pretty juiced, but this inside the distance and finish props are great. I think Long Zhao KO. he's going to just force a fight. Like, if you watch him scrap his debut, he was the final 2 minutes of the fight, they basically stood in a phone booth and he threw elbows for 90 seconds straight. Like, this dude is willing to throw, and I think that's all it's going to take here against Cody. I see Cody's a big popular dog this week, but I just can't really talk myself into it. I hope we get another chance to fade him. I hope Cody comes out and knocks out Long Zhao, and we get a chance to fade Cody another fight. But I think if he loses, he probably retires, and I will not miss the last chance to fade Cody Garbrandt. Give me Long Zhao inside the distance, KO, big price. Moving on to the opening card of the pay-per-view. Yeah, Bruno Ferreira, my dog, going up against Gregory Rodriguez. We've been printing with Bruno Ferreira, and I don't think it's going to stop now. We're getting plus 150 on a guy who knocked out the opponent already. He's 15-2. He's fought well. He looks like he's improving cardio-wise, volume-wise, every fight. And Gregory seems like his body is just failing him at this point, deteriorating. His chin has never been good. His cardio's never been good. And I think in a matchup with like this, Bruno knows that he can put him out. He's going to come forward, and the first shot that lands on Gregory is going to put him down. Give me Bruno Ferreira money line. Give me Bruno Ferreira KO. Give me Bruno Ferreira round 1 KO. Again, Gregory needs to get the clinch going, really work with takedowns, or he is going to get chinned. And this is what, if Gregory knocks out and beats Bruno, we get to fade him again. Gregory is going to be a fade train for me moving forward. Guys with bad cardio and bad chins are the best to fade, because at any point they're going to lose to someone that they shouldn't, because a shot that's going to land that shouldn't knock them out will knock them out, and we are going to hopefully get that opportunity again this weekend. Give me Bruno Ferreira KO against the aging, chinny Gregory Rodriguez. Oh boy. We get Michael Johnson, Drew Dober in an absolute banger. It's basically a pick'em, minus 110 both ways, and for me, this should not be a pick'em. Drew Dober looks turbo washed, like the most washed you could be. Michael Johnson on a 3-fight winning streak, beating good guys. He's been knocked out. He's lost before, but he never quite looks washed. Chin, like he's been knocked out, but Drew Dober now looks like he's getting hurt with every strike that lands against guys that shouldn't even be hurting. Kyle Prepolek putting you on skates. Come on. This fight is going to be a banger. Drew Dober is going to come forward as he always does, and I think Michael Johnson connects and puts him down early. Drew Dober's chin is not what it once was, isn't even close to what it once was. Michael Johnson's a great boxer. I think Drew Dober comes in probably a little bit over-aggressive and gets clipped early. Give me Michael Johnson by KO and his money line. This should not be a pick'em. Michael Johnson is old. He's, I think, 41, 40, and he's fought everyone in the division. He still trains at a high-level camp. Drew Dober, just when it goes, man. It's a bummer. He was a fan favorite for a long time, but he hasn't really beat anybody. He's going out by knockout this Saturday. Raul Rojas Jr. going up against Rob Font, and I mean, at this point, I'm just going to be kind of betting against Raul Rosas every fight. I think Rob Font is a winnable matchup for him, but it's a tough matchup. Rob Font obviously has shown a ton of takedown defense weakness in his fights. He's getting taken down by everybody and giving up control time. But Raul Rosas Jr. has shown a super weak striking game. His wrestling isn't that great. His ability to hold fights on the ground is good, but he's also fought nobody. And he's young, but he's not really improving at the rate that you would expect. And I think he's going to get Rob Font down, and it kind of is what it is. Like, I want to fade him. I'm going to fade him. This is a lot of blind faith where I think Raul's going to probably get him down early in the first. Rob Font's going to make him work, but Rob Font is a way better striker, proven cardio. And I think if we get to the second and third round, he's going to really put it on Raul. I think Raul needs to get a sub early, or it is going to get ugly. And again, same as the Gregory thing. If somehow he comes out and wins and covers minus 230, we get to fade him in the future. It's just going to give him a better fighter next time, and he's going to lose. And we're going to get there. And we will be there no matter what. But we will continue to fade him. Give me Rob Font and Rob Font 2-3 KO. Rob Font 2-1 underdog. And then KO is 10-1 in the second. If you get 2 or 3 KO, 10-1, or you can go. Rob Font by submission is stupid, but he's just not going to get it. Rob Font KO 2, 18-1. Rob Font KO 3, 25-1. All these seem great. Just make the kid work. He's lost. I mean, I just don't think he's that good, and he's getting priced like he's the second coming when he's a young grappler. He's just in a good matchup against a guy that's not really been able to stop takedowns, but he's older. We will be there. Raul will lose again. Moving on. Rainier Derrida, RDR. Rainier looking diced. Looking like he's in great shape versus Caio Bravo. Both guys coming off a loss. Rainier coming off of kind of like a revisionist history loss where everyone thinks he got dogged. He lost. He body failed. He quit. I get it. But Caio also did not look great against Imavov. Did not fight to his strengths at all. Didn't shoot a single takedown. Kind of just got boxed up and had a low-volume kickboxing fight for 25 minutes against Imavov. I'm kind of talking myself into RDR here at plus 215. He's a big dog. It's a 3-round fight. He's a great grappler. He throws volume, and Caio's not really the guy that's going to put him out on the feet. I tend to just want to take the dog shot. Plus 215 for what I think is going to be a close decision. I think at worst, Rainier loses a 29-28. Like, for me, plus 215 for a fight that's likely to go to a decision and probably a grappling match, and I get Rainier at plus 215, that seems awesome to me. Caio's awesome. He's a great fighter. He's younger. Neither guy's a great striker. I think it's going to be a lot of grappling, and both guys are super competent grapplers. Like, Caio probably wins, but minus 300? What am I missing? What am I missing here? Give me RDR. Money line and decision. What decision? Plus 450? Yeah. We'll take that all day. His money line is plus 215. Over 2.5 is minus 400, is minus 200, and then his decision is plus 450. Okay. Yeah, we'll take that all day. Give me RDR by decision and money line. It seems huge. Main event time. Oh boy. The BMF belt is on the line, and it is a banger of a fight. We get two legends, Max Holloway, Charles Oliveira, guys who have fought everybody, have been around forever, every accolade in the book. They both have most submissions, most strikes, most finishes, most titles. It's like these guys, these are two of the best of the all time, fan favorites, the whole deal, and it is going to be an awesome fight. Max, minus 215, Charles, plus 180. Man, and I am just kind of talking myself into a Charles. I've always kind of been like the bet against Charles. Like, his chin isn't good, his ability to take and wear damage is not great, but he's just such a glass cannon and so dangerous that at plus almost 200, it just kind of feels like, kind of take plus 200 Charles Oliveira against anybody. Max, moving up a division, reigned at 145 forever, has had a couple of spots at 155 and always looks good. But his durability is starting to go. So we have two guys with waning durability. Charles obviously much worse durability. Max still much better durability than Charles, but it's going a little bit. You can kind of see better submission grappler in Charles. Solid historic defensive grappling ability for Max. But going up a division, I think this is all about how Charles wants to approach this. If Charles does this like he does the Gamrot one, where he comes out and looks for control and back and wrestling from the rip, this is going to not be a plus 200 Charles Oliveira. Like, I think the minus 215 Max Holloway is priced that this fight is going to be standing and striking, and Charles's lack of durability is going to come to fruition, and it probably does. And I think Max probably chins him, but man, do I not feel as confident as the line is. I will probably, what is minus? Under 3.5 is minus 125. That seems good. I think this fight is done in 2 rounds. What's fight to not go 2 rounds? Under 2.5 is plus 135. I like that a lot. You get this fight to go 12.5 minutes. I like that a lot. That way, you don't need to pick a side. You can enjoy just absolute madness and someone to get finished. And I think that's likely to be what happens. I will take Max Holloway, likely by knockout, but our main spot here is under 2.5, plus 135. I could see this just being like an absolute burner in the first round and Max landing and Charles going down. After the amount of times Charles has been knocked out and hurt, like, your body just does not respond well to damage. Like, the Ilya one was bad. And then we saw Gamrot. He ran through Gamrot, but there was a strike that Gamrot landed, and Charles did not look like he enjoyed it. And I think he starts to really fall apart here chin-wise. He's already had not a great chin historically. Max just needs to mind his P's and Q's, not get taken down, and I will say that is a wrap. Give me Max Holloway by knockout in the first 2.5 rounds. Rainier Derrida moneyline decision. Rob Font moneyline and 2-3 KO. Michael Johnson moneyline, pretty confident. Drew Dober just falls off a cliff. Either way, both guys will fade in the future. Bruno Ferreira, underdog, KO. Zhao Long, does not feel good betting Zhao Long as a favorite, but inside the distance feels okay. Dante Johnson, round 1-2. Alberto Montez, submission 1-2. Durden moneyline. Fucking bet Cody Durden and hold on. Sumadurgi decision. Rafael Tobias submission. Chalky. It's chalky. Jung Young Lee inside the distance submission, and then Luke Fernandez KO in the first round or two. That is UFC 326. Most confident picks, bets, props, parlays, and hopefully we can get some picks right. Hopefully some of these underdogs come through for us. Thank you very much. Let's ride. Oh, wait. Like and subscribe, and leave a comment if you think I'm an idiot for any of these picks.